Hello, this is Michelle Barr. I am the business coach for intuitive women and the speaker coach for your soul's expression. I've just really come through processing a huge money breakthrough, and now I want to share it with you. I'm sitting here trying to get my chair and everything and get myself in view here. So I've just come out of a giant money breakthrough that was a long time in coming, and I needed some time to process it before I could share it with you. And now I'm ready to share it with you. And there are a few key points because I'm always teaching you about manifesting and about creating a vision for the life you want to live, and then creating a business that supports and sustains that life. I want to really take you through what happened with this money breakthrough, where I literally created my average monthly income as my weekly income. And I had a breakthrough that went very deep. Hey, AJ, it's great to see you. So a lot went into that. And here's the first thing I want to tell you. I see a lot of people. We're healers, we're intuitives, we love energy work, we love transformation, we love diving deep into our stuff. But when I did that piece of it, I already had the channels open so that when I activated everything the universe was going to bring my way, the channels were already open. I talk about do the energetic work first, but you want to have the groundwork laid. And that's why for several years now, I have been committed to and up on my soapbox about providing you with the marketing to make it work and the mindset to make it happen. It's both of those. So I had a few months where I was really going through a transformation. I could feel I was being called into the next level of my work. And the question that kept coming up was, how can I serve at my highest level? What have I now mastered? What have I now learned? What have I now created that I can turn around and share? And in doing that, I had to get really deep into some of my stuff. Hi, come on in. So I've been building, I've been using the proven strategies. I have a business coach. I learn, I try things out, and I do that. And then it was time to stop all the doing. And it was time to get into the energetic work that would blow open that money breakthrough and really that personal breakthrough that I was looking for. I tell my clients all the time, trust the process. Trust the process, because I'm going to show you how there were some things that lined up because I said yes and I stepped in when I didn't even know at the time why. This is a lot about trusting the universe, that when you ask, it is given. It absolutely is. When you ask, it is given. So here I was looking for this money breakthrough and really feeling a little stalled out, but with this huge thing inside of me. And I knew it was time to do some deep work. And I talked to my coach about it. It's one of the reasons I have a coach. And I always have support both for marketing and proven strategies and mindset. And it was suggested and highly recommended that I take a week and stop all the doing. I'd already laid the groundwork. I already had the channels open, ready for when the energy shifted. And that's an important part. And then I spent a week with myself, in my stuff, noticing what thoughts were coming out. And I don't use tapping a lot, but it works really well. And I agreed with myself to use tapping for a whole week and to really get down past where I've gone before. I love energy medicine. It works really fast and it goes, and then it's like, okay, that was good. I'm good. I got it. This time I said, I've already been down to those depths. I'm a former therapist. I'm a former hospital chaplain. I'm a coach. I've been doing personal transformation work for over 22 years. So I have gone really deep with myself, and I knew I needed to go deeper. And there were some things showing up, and when you're willing to look at what's showing up, you will get clues if you're willing to pay attention. So this time I stayed with it. Hi, Karen, come on in. It's great to see you. I stayed with it and I went deeper than before. I kept going, and then what? And then what? And what's there? And what's really behind that? Until I got to that place where you're just ripped open on the floor and you're willing to cry that ugly cry, and you're willing to go where you haven't gone before. And I did this all week long. At the same time, that healing energy and that transformational energy that I had invited in started moving. The universe sent all kinds of support. I'm so glad you're here, Karen. It's great to be here when you've lost your way. Don't ever be embarrassed. I'm glad y'all are here. I really want you to get this. This is so powerful. I called in all this transformation. Thank you for the love and the hearts. And then the universe will bring it. So guess what I had already scheduled intuitively at the end of my week before I even knew it? A retreat had popped up quite a while back. And a lot of times something will pop up and I'll hang on to it and I'll revisit and I'll say, I want to go to that. Let me create the money for it. Let me look at everything in the bigger scale. When this popped up, I knew I was doing it immediately. I knew I was doing it. I'm going to touch the screen and get rid of a message there. I knew I was doing it. The second I saw it, I hit the button and I paid for it in full. And then I didn't think a lot about it, but I've learned to trust myself when it comes over me that much. And it was not a cheap investment. It was a big investment retreat. So turns out the retreat started the last day of my week-long healing and transformation that I had put myself into, because the universe doesn't operate in linear time. It already knew. During that time, an opportunity also showed up where I met this man who I really was resonating with, who offered to make a Bach flower remedy for me. I don't know if y'all are familiar with those, but it's a healing method using Bach flower remedies. And he talked to me about what was going on and he made that for me. So I started using that. At the same time, I talked to two different people. I'm in masterminds and groups, and I hang around with a bunch of other healers and intuitives and coaches and counselors and therapists and the whole gamut. And somebody told me, you need to make a money grid. Now, I've maybe heard about that in the past, but nobody had specifically told me. And then within days, a second person told me, you need to make a money grid. Again, it's not something I normally do, but I was like, all these things are showing up at one time. So I set aside time and I built a giant money grid in my office. At the same time, here comes a woman that I've met live at an event recently. And she's talking to me about this special thing she's been doing, this special work she's been doing. And she said, this work does X for Y. And I said, that is exactly what I need. And she offered it to me, and she offered it to me at a special, and I would have grabbed it anyway. So again, the universe sent just the right thing, and I had that healing session with her. So do you see? I set a powerful intention to have a big money breakthrough and a big personal breakthrough. Some things had been churning and coming up that have held me back for a long time. Hello, Liz and Esther. It's good to see you all. Come on in. And if you pay attention, you're never going to get that churning and that pain and that process. You're never going to be asked to go into deep healing and transformation unless a way has already been paved for you. And the second I stepped in, all those things showed up. So then, of course, I couldn't say, well, was it my week of tapping and deep dive healing and journaling and really going deeper than I've ever gone before? Was it the Bach flower remedy? Was it the colleague who suggested the money grid and then the other one who suggested the money grid and I built the money grid? Was it the retreat, which was very powerful? At that retreat, I learned a new healing tool, a new advanced healing tool, and I spent the whole weekend in healing energy with transformational workers. So you're starting to see that. Was it this session, this healing session that this woman offered me? It was all of it. So I want you to get that part of it. When you set an intention, everything is activated. Everything is showing up. And I said, yes, 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 yes. And I stepped into every one of those things and I opened my energy and I got really vulnerable and I did all of it. So I wasn't out there, what should I do? Googling, how do I have a money breakthrough? I didn't have to do that. It all showed up at my door once I made the decision and committed and stepped in and started doing the energetic work. That's why I am a great coach for you. Because I do the intuitive and energetic work, the healing work, the transformational work, and the intuitive proven strategies. Completely understand. When it blew open fast. I'm always, yes, I love that. When you set an intention, everything gets activated. The universe will always rise to meet you and rush in to meet you, but you have to take the first step. So get this, I'm putting offers out all the time for my work. I help people privately. I have group programs. I have products. Something blew wide open and I already had the channel set up. I created an offer that sold out without much on my part at all in 2 days. At the same time, a new private client showed up. At the same time, people stepped into a program I already have. So if you do this powerful work, but you don't already have the channels open, it's not as easy for the universe then to flood in, where suddenly in just days, I had made my monthly money and I still had weeks left in the month. So it was a huge money breakthrough for me and the money kept flowing and didn't stop. So sometimes you also have where you might have a big influx. This happened a lot in my earlier days. You'd get a big influx and then nothing. And then how do I do that again? But this was flow, constant flow. And it wasn't just coming from my business, but it was coming from my business because the channels were open. But I want you to know money also came flooding in through other channels. Everywhere there was a channel open, money came in. And some really big money came in. So that was like gravy because I was really looking for the money breakthrough in my business, in serving at my highest level and being able to do that by having the money coming into my business to allow me to do that and to really step into that. So the second piece of that, hi Troy, it's great to see you. The second piece of that then is that I already had these channels and these proven strategies. That's why I don't want to see you on one end. I need to do more healing on myself. I need to have therapy. I need to study more. There are things that are in me that I've got to fix before I can do this because you want those channels already open. So lay the foundation, then work on having the breakthrough, and then the money came flooding in through channels that were already open. So yes, do the energetic work and do it first and do it when you're stuck. Have a coach, have a mentor, have somebody who's helping you, who you go to for that spiritual guidance and for that healing. Thank you so much, Troy. and also lay the groundwork. Now, I'm not saying that support couldn't come in and the breakthrough opens up and people come out of nowhere, because I've had that too. Once you step into who you're being and what you're doing, people will start showing up. Money will start coming in. But because of the groundwork I'd already laid and the things I had in place, I already have built the foundation. I built it once and I've never had to build it again. I built a branded platform and I know how to create an offer that is very clear. So do both and find someone who can support you in both. You need to have the proven strategies. You need to know what they are. You need to have that well-oiled machine working for you. You need to be able to step into who you're being and really claim your power and build that branded platform. Then be willing to go deep into your inner work. Here's what I say, 2 things. Here's what I see, 2 things. And I've had lots of clients over the years that I've worked with in all different ways. As a business coach over the past few years, when people come in, 2 things happen. Some come in and they are ready to rock. Give me the strategy. Tell me what to build. What do I do with my email? What do I do with my website? Tell me all of it. And I am going to just jump in. Thank you so much, Troy, for sharing my video. I really appreciate it. And they just jump in and they run. And then somewhere down the line, they take a deep dive into their stuff. One thing that has been consistent in my brand for the past few years is I help you become who you are, and I help you when your stuff comes up. So that's one thing I see. Other people come in and they are ready to go, and we're not even out of the gate, and they're taking a very deep dive into their stuff, into their transformation, and both are good. Both work. And that's why I'm here to hold that space, because I know it's going to happen and I see it when it's happening, and I don't want to lose them. I don't want them to fall away. I don't want them to be embarrassed. I don't want them to have shame about what they're doing or not doing. Recently, I have a private client. I've worked with her a few weeks, and I saw the transformation coming, and that what she thought she came to me for was not what's waiting for her, and she's being called into something huge. And a lot of people come to me for that. A lot of the time people come to me for what they think they come to me for, and that's not what they come to me for. They come for a lot more, or something they can't even see yet. So this week we had a talk, and she started feeling it and seeing it coming, and I gave her permission for that. I gave her permission to have the experience. I told her, trust the process, have the experience. This is part of the work, because I will tell you, everyone who steps into a transformational space, this is key for you to hold on to and pull out when you most need it. Whenever you are going through something, you are going through it because it is part of your soul's journey. It's part of your personal and spiritual journey. But if you are a coach, a counselor, a spiritual advisor, if you are in the transformational or human potential space in any way, whatever you're going through right now is what you're going to turn around and sell in the future. And when people get that, so I could see even with mine that I'm going to turn around and help other people. So I'm going to pay attention to myself going through this. I have created a business, literally a full-time online global business, living my life and sharing my journey. And that's what I teach people to do. That's the branded platform. If you talk to me about what's going on in your life, I can tell you what you're going to sell. I can tell you why those things are happening. Thank you, Catherine. It is so true. When I hear you talk about your life and what's inside of you, I can help pull from you your new unique message. your target audience, your brand. I can help you turn that into your signature talk, which then becomes your programs and products. I can help you get on the stage with it and Facebook Live with it and video with it and all of those things. I want you to realize, don't get stuck. Thank you for all the love and the thumbs up. This is such truth, and we bump up against it all the time. Don't get stuck. This is part of the process. When you think you're the most stuck is when you're going to have a breakthrough and you're going to turn around and help a bunch of people. But you got to have the support, and you've got to keep going, and you've got to understand what to do with it. So think about what I've shared with you. If you're just coming on here, you can go back and listen to the replay as soon as we're done, because I've gone through all the different pieces. I was ready for a breakthrough. Some stuff was coming up, even some stuff where I was going, why is that showing up? That's pretty old. Why am I feeling that? I haven't felt that in a while. Because again, our healing and resolving and clearing is not linear. It's a spiral. It's a spiral, and we come back to it. We make energetic loops. So I was open. What are you trying to show me? So I said, okay, universe, here's what I need. I need a breakthrough in my business. It's a money breakthrough. It's a value breakthrough. It is a bigger breakthrough. It's serving at my highest level, because I know what money needs to come into my business for me to do what I'm feeling called to do. Then everything showed up, and I was willing to do it. And I had to step in first and dedicate the time. Thank you all for sharing. I had to say that this whole week, I'm going to dedicate to this. I'm going to go deeper than I've ever gone before. And I felt it, and I was dedicated to it. I wasn't going to let myself slip out of it or make excuses. And once that commitment was firmly planted and the decision made, I told you all the ways the universe brought me every one of those things. It was like perfectly mixed together. Here's everything you need for this breakthrough, so that here I went into the deepest stuff, my most painful, deepest stuff. But there was support on the other side. So I came out of it in such a better place. And then it blew wide open all the channels I already had. And the money flooded in, and the clients flooded in, and the people that I want to work with now that I can help the most flooded in. So yes, I created my average monthly income in a week, and it's still on fire, and it keeps going. What I would invite you is to connect with me. Send me a private message. Let's explore what's going on for you, where you are, and how I can best help you. I can help you get your soul's expression out into the world in your business and your life. I can help you add speaking to your business, and I can help you build the back end so that when you do speak for your business, you bring in the clients and the income, and you keep bringing them in. And I can help you with that branded platform. You can find me at michellebarr.com. You can find me right here on Facebook. I truly can stand in that transformational space with you. I have tons of healing tools. My business a few years ago was a healing business, and I still work intuitively and energetically with my clients, and now I help them with speaking and business building as well. But I can really stand in that transformational space with you so that you can create that breakthrough. And what I want you to do is set a powerful intention, make a very clear ask to the universe for what you want, and then as it shows up, say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes. Something as simple as this man offering to make me my own Bach flower remedy, but I recognized in that moment, and the colleague who said, I do X, which creates Y, and it was exactly what I needed. And the retreat that I scheduled without knowing how much I was going to need it When I doubled my income in less than 12 months in 2015, it was because I declared a year of yes. And I stepped in and said yes. What I can promise you is the universe will answer. Ask and it is given. The universe will respond. You have to see the opportunities and you have to step into them. And speaking of opportunities, I have some right now that I have created. Some people have stepped into them, and I have space for you. So send me a private message. Let's talk. Let's talk soon. Let me help you with this, with the intuitive, with the energetic, with the emotional, with the transformation, and to have a big breakthrough. To make sure you have the foundation and the channels open so that when you do the deep transformational work, when you do the energetic work and it all blows wide open, it can come flooding in. That's not the time to try to build it. That's the time to sit and receive it. To receive it. Do the building work. Do the energetic work. I can help you with both. My gift that I have been given to serve you is that unique combination. And I can help you with your unique contribution and taking your soul's expression out into the world and making money at it and creating a life you love because your business supports it and supports you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for all the love. Go back and watch this from the beginning. Really hear and receive what I have here for you today. And then contact me. Don't wait another minute. This is your yes. Thank you.